All right, all right, all right, all right. Oh man. Part two: why we don't throw chains and why we tell you we'll park it if we have to throw chains. First of all, you're gonna pay 200, sometimes more, for a set of chains. You're gonna lose those chains on the highway. That's why we tell you we don't throw chains. Or if the weather is that bad, we don't drive in it. Okay. The thing about it is you're gonna lose those chains out there on the highway. Or the quarter fender that's behind the truck right there, when that chain goes to fly around, it's gonna be whacking it like you got hit by. It's gonna look like you got hit by what do they call them things that come out the sky? Not ice, but it's gonna look like the quarter fender is gonna have a lot of beads in it because the chain's gonna be whacking the hell out of it. That's why we don't throw chains. Another reason. So if the weather's that bad, we're not going out in it. And they don't teach this in the schools. I'm sorry, they just don't. We know you don't have the experience to be able to understand why we don't throw chains and why, uh, sorry, I'm moving around so I can get a better angle on this. Okay, there we go. And then so we know they're not teaching that in the schools. Uh, Obviously, y'all not looking in the mirrors because you will see the spray coming off the tires. If you don't see that spray, that means that's ice. Slow your ass down. 60, 65 is a good speed. But a lot of guys out here still trying to run like it's summertime. Can't do that. Especially on these hills. When you go to hit the brakes ain't going to do you no good because the tires have already locked up because you're on ice. Now you slide. And you got two vehicles controlled compared to one. Uh, So this is why we tell you to park it. Now, if somebody have a problem with you parking it, man, I need that load there by such and such a time. All you do is go on that Qualcomm. If you're not an owner operator, you're a company driver. You go on that Qualcomm and you tell them it's a safety issue, and I'm parking it. Most companies gonna understand that because they can see the weather, so they're not gonna make it hard on you. Now those guys that decide to go ahead and run and say ain't nothing happen and there ain't nothing gonna happen and I know how to ride and they say, see where they at, right? And the old timer will always tell you when you go flying by, they'll be like, yeah, he'll be in the ditch about 10 miles down the highway. And sure enough, when you drive by, you look over there and there he is in the ditch looking stupid. She had left the highway. So, you know, like I said, a good tool is the Weather Channel. It's on your phone. You can put it in there, whatever city you're going to, or what, it'll map it out for you. It'll tell you where the storm is. Like I know the storm. I know when I deliver my load tomorrow morning, the sun's coming out at 9 o'clock. But I also know that I got to get my ass wherever I got to get because you can't be farting around because you only got a small window. Because yeah, that stuff is gonna melt when the sun come out, but guess what else is gonna do? Freeze back up overnight because the temperature's gonna drop again. Then you got another storm coming in, so you gotta look at your window and see how much time you got. And riding at night, nah, bruh, not during the winter. Cause everything free. Now you can, depending on the road conditions, but a lot of times if they ain't clean the roads, shit, you ain't getting through. And salt is your friend, but then at the same time, if you don't wash that salt off, it will eat, it will rust, it will cause a lot of problems. Uh, but like I said, you do what you want to do, man. Nobody can stop you from doing what you want to do. But we know you won't be here next year. That's for sure. And we know some of them half them guys you see out there that crashed, they won't be here because company policies are 2 accidents, you gone. Owner operator, Progressive gonna go up on your stuff because they already know for you to have that wreck, it had to have been something behind it. Either you were traveling too close, that's why we tell you don't tailgate, or you were running in a crowd and somebody slid into you. May not be your fault, but they still gonna go up on your race because you're a risk, and you already know that. And the old school know what I'm talking about out there. Um, and I mean, I can't express it enough. Aren't you paying attention to the weather, or don't they teach that in schools anymore? Uh, Obviously not, because I see a lot of y'all getting stuck with this GPS. So I know they don't teach map reading anymore. We used to carry the big old Rand McNally maps in the truck. We knew where all the low bridges were, and that's another thing. Just because the bridge say 1310, when it snows, especially in Illinois, you just lost an inch or two, depending on how many inches of snow on the ground or if they scrape it up. So you have to be careful going under bridges too. But I'm telling you, bro, before I came down here, I looked at the weather, and it said it's snowing on Tuesday. I said, okay, I'll be there on Monday. Got in here on Monday, parked. I said, okay, let's see it. First thing this morning, I look outside, snow everywhere. So, but I'm across the street from the customer, so I'm not worried about it. Colorado. So I'm like, okay, cool. I seen a guy when I was going in. We chatted. He was on his way. He said a storm is going on through, and that's another place you get your information from other drivers. Hey, man, what you see coming from that direction? You talking to them directly, they're going to answer you. I promise you. But if you're going to be foolish, a fool in his truck soon part. A fool in his CDL soon part. So, you can holler four-wheeler cars, then you can holler. You running in crowds, so if the guy slide, he gonna hit you. You tailgating, so if he have to hit his brakes, guess what? Whose ass you running into? Get it planted right here on your forehead. And then y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all old dudes out there, y'all know exactly what I'm speaking on. And then you see them. That's why y'all be looking. Y'all don't say shit though. I respect that. You say you ain't gonna tell them, huh? I'll tell them. No, y'all ain't gotta tell them. I'll tell them. But yeah, they see you flying, and they just shake their head. Like I be shaking my head, like, bruh, you can't be from this country, or you must be new, cause if you don't know a sheet of black ice, everybody that know, especially going around a curve, you already know. You're in an articulate vehicle. Guess what's getting ready to happen? Anyway, I'm going to sleep, man. Back to sleep. I had a good meal. I watched me some TV, and I got to be at the customer in the morning by 9. But you know what? Again, on the serious note, though, y'all, slow down, man, and stop tailgating, especially in bad weather. If it's not bad weather, we understand, but not in bad weather, dude. Please. For you not have a job tomorrow. Real simple to understand. You will not have a job because them companies ain't going for it. All they're going to do is replace you. You is a meat in a seat. If you don't know that by now, I don't know what to tell you. If you ain't figured it out by now, and this industry may not be for you. Find you another career. Anyway, 76P10. I'm outie.